Right, welcome to game number 6 of the 1941 World Series. This is between the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Yankees. The Dodgers are ahead 3-2 after a Game 5 win in which they won 6-1 at home over the Yankees. So the Yankees are on the ropes. They're going to send Spud Chandler to the mound, one of their top pitchers. And for the Brooklyn Dodgers, it'll be Kurt Davis getting his first action of the World Series. Let's go through the starting lineups. It'll be Dixie Walker. So the Brooklyn Dodgers are visiting Yankee Stadium. Dixie Walker in right. Billy Herman is at second. Pete Reiser is in center. Dolph Camilli is at first. Joe Medwick is in left and hitting fifth. Cookie Lavagetto gets a start here at third base. Pee Wee Reese is hitting second and playing short. Mickey Owen is hitting eighth and catching. And then the pitcher, Kurt Davis, is hitting ninth. Davis, a right-handed pitcher, can go 22 batters for his stamina, and 309 is his FIP, so he'll be out of this column number 1. For the home Yankees, it's Johnny Sturm at first. Red Rolfe is playing third and hitting second. Tommy Henrich is the right fielder. The cleanup man is Joe DiMaggio. Charlie Keller is hitting fifth. He's playing left field. Bill Dickey is the catcher, and he's hitting sixth. Joe Gordon is the second baseman. He's hitting seventh. Phil Rizzuto at short is hitting eighth, and the pitcher, Spud Chandler, is batting ninth. Chandler, a right-handed pitcher, can go 24 batters for his stamina. 343 is his FIP. So both pitchers pitching out of the first column. All right, we are ready for the opening pitch of this 1941 World Series game number 6. Can the Dodgers close it out in Game 6, or will the Yankees force a Game 7? That's the question we are going to answer right now. So for the Dodgers, it will be Dixie Walker, Billy Herman, and Pete Reiser against Spud Chandler. A 16 to Dixie Walker will be a fly ball that goes out to center field. No problem there for the center fielder DiMaggio as he makes the catch for out number 1. And we are off and running. Chandler to Billy Herman. Herman is a 6 batting runs. 46 is going to be a fly ball that is into the gap in left center field. Ranging over is the left fielder Charlie Keller. And he makes the play for out number 2. A couple fly outs here in the first for Spud Chandler. And it's Pete Reiser who stands in, center fielder for the Dodgers. A 33 is going to be a double or a strikeout, depending on the D9. If it's a 7 or greater, it's a strikeout. It's an 8, and Spud Chandler gets the strikeout, avoids the double from Pete Reiser. And Brooklyn goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. New York gets their first crack at Kurt Davis. It'll be Johnny Sturm, Red Rolfe, and Tommy Henrich. A 36 is to a -28. That's going to be a fly ball that goes down the left field line. Hustling over to the line is the left fielder Joe Medwick, and he makes the catch near the line. That's out number 1. Red Rolfe to the plate. 14 to Rolfe is going to be a hit by pitch with the 1. So he gets plunked by Kurt Davis, and Rolfe is at first. Neither team particularly fast, all kind of average runners. We have a 35 to a 31 batting runs, and that's going to be another walk. So 2 runners on here. A little bit of hot water for Kurt Davis, as he's got 2 on with 1 out, and Charlie Keller to the plate. 36 to, it's Joe D. 36 to DiMaggio is going to be a long single. That's going to score 1. DiMaggio only with the speed of 5, so he's going to stay there. That's going to push the runner to third, though, from first. That'll score the run from second, and Joe DiMaggio puts the Yankees on top 1-0 with an RBI single in the first. Brings up Charlie Keller. 15 to Keller is a ground out. That's going to go to first base. will make the fielder's choice at second, so that's out number 2. And then let's roll against Charlie Keller's speed here, which is a 5. A 1 to 5, he'll be safe. 6 to 10 or 6 to 9, he'll be out. It's a 9, and he is out as we go 3-6-3. Nice double play turned by the Dodgers. They do give up 1 on the DiMaggio single, but they limit the damage. It's 1-0 New York over Brooklyn. Dolph Camilli, Joe Medwick, and Cookie Lavagetto will be up for the Dodgers. Chandler back, and he is facing Dolph Camilli. Let's see. 25, that's going to be a fly ball. So Camilli is here, so that's just a fly out. That's going to be a fly ball into right center field. Can of corn out there in right field for Tommy Henrich as he makes the catch for out number 1. Brings up Joe Medwick. 14 to Medwick is going to be a base knock as he knocks it through the left side. And he's aboard with a 1-out single. Brings up Cookie Lavagetto, the third baseman. He's a 10 batting runs. This is going to be a fly ball, deep fly ball to right center field. Making a terrific play in right field is Henrich on the track. Tagging up is going to be the runner at first. He's going to make it to second on the F9. You can see that a 16 is a fly out with a runner advance. So all the runners advance. And then Pee Wee Reese with the chance to tie the game for Brooklyn of 46 to a -23 is going to be a fly ball. That's down the right field line. Hustling over to the line is the right fielder Henrich, and he's going to make the out. So that is a run-saving catch in right field by Tommy Henrich. Brooklyn goes down in the second. They strand a runner at second base, and we go to the bottom of the second. New York is up 1-0. Kurt Davis will be facing off against Bill Dickey, Joe Gordon, and Phil Rizzuto. That's going to be a strikeout off of Davis's card as he gets Bill Dickey looking. Guessing at what was coming, and he guessed wrong, and there's 1 down in the second. 26 to Joe Gordon is going to be a single with an error check. So that's a base hit up the middle. And the center fielder is Riser. No problem there. So he gathers it in, gets it back in. And we have a runner at first base. It's Joe Gordon with 1 out. Phil Rizzuto to the plate. A 23 is going to be a ground out with an error check. So it's a ground ball to second base. Let's see if the second baseman makes the play. It's Billy Herman. He'll make the play. And so we're going to get the fielder's choice at second. Now let's roll against Rizzuto's speed. It's a 1 to 6. He'll be safe. And he is going to beat out the return throw. So we're going to go 4-6 on the fielder's choice. 2 down though with a runner at first. 35. 35 is going to be a double play or a strikeout. With 2 outs, we'll just take the strikeout, and the pitcher Chandler strikes out to end the inning. The Yankees do leave 1, and we head to the top of the third. It is 1-0 New York. Closeout situation for Brooklyn in this game, and stay alive situation for the Yankees. Chandler will face off against Mickey Owen, the catcher, Davis, the pitcher, and then back to the top of the order with Dixie Walker. A 56 to a -19 is going to be a ground out. That goes to the third baseman. No problem there by the third baseman, Rolf, as he wings it over to first, and that is out number 1. Brings out the pitcher, Davis. Davis is a -5, which puts him here in column number 2, so not a lowest column situation. A 24, though, is going to be a strikeout as he gets caught looking. And that is strikeout number 2 for Spud Chandler. Chandler, one of the top pitchers of the era. And he'll face Dixie Walker here. Walker flied out to center field in his first at-bat. 26, though, is going to be a base knock. and that goes into right field. We're going to check for an error on Henrik. Oh, and he just avoids it. Henrik is a minus fielder, so a 1 or 2 would have been an error. But as it is, he makes the play, and he gets it back in. Dixie Walker at first. So Walker at first, and 2 down. Billy Herman to the plate. A 33 is going to be a double or a strikeout. If the D9 is an 8 or greater, it's a 6. And so that's going to be a 2-bagger as he hits that one down the right field line. And it'll be 2 bases. With 2 outs, the runner from first is going to score. And we have a tie ball game on the Billy Herman double. Pete Reiser to the plate. He struck out his first time. He's going to hit a single here. That's a single with an error check as he rips one to left field. And the left fielder makes the play. That's going to score the run from second, though, with 2 outs. And Pete Reiser, with an RBI single, puts Brooklyn ahead in the 3rd inning. Dolph Camilli stands in. He flied out to left in his first at-bat. This time he's going to fly out, and that goes into right center field. On the move is Henrik, and he's going to make a play on the run. Run-saving catch in right center field, but Brooklyn does put 2 on the board. They take a 2-1 lead in the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, and it is Brooklyn 2, New York 1. The Yankees will send the top of their order back up against Kurt Davis. And Johnny Sturm, 66 to him is a chance for a home run. It's not a 9. It's a single or a home run 9. So Sturm misses a home run, but he does rip a single into right center field. And that's on a line, and he'll take a big turn at first and get back. It'll be Red Rolf to the plate. Rolf hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. 26 to a -8 is going to be a walk. So Davis once again in trouble with 2 on and nobody out. And the big boppers coming to the plate. It's Tommy Henrik. He walked in his first at-bat. 14 is not going to be a walk. That'll be a base knock as he hits one into straightaway center field. We're going to go station to station here as Sturm is only a 3-speed. So we got bases loaded now with Joe DiMaggio coming to the plate. Dangerous situation. And we get a 35 to, make sure there's nothing there, 35 to Joe D is a hit by pitch or a walk, and he takes a walk and gets the easy RBI. He's now got 2 runs batted in. Actually, that one is a run walked in. And we are going to go to Charlie Keller, who grounded into a double play in his first at bat. This time he's going to fly out to center field. So we get the out there. That's finally out number 1. Red Rolf is at 3rd. We have a tie ball game right now. Let's go ahead and try to score Rolf from 3rd. A 1 to 5. He'll be safe at home. Well, and he is thrown out at the plate. So we're going to go 8-2 on the put out, and that's out number 2. So 2 down now, but 2 on. 1 already in for the Yankees. And Bill Dickey to the plate. 24 is going to be a double or a strikeout. And Dickey has now struck out twice in this game, but the Yankees do put another run on the board. Tried to take the lead and get the run home, but just tied it up. We go to the top of the 4th inning. It's 2 apiece. Spud Chandler will face off against Joe Medwick, Cookie Lavagetto, and Pee Wee Reese. Medwick with a base hit in his first at-bat. 28 will be a hit by pitch as he gets plunked by Spud Chandler coming inside with a fastball. He'll take his base. He is just a 5 speed, so we're going to leave him there for now. Cookie Lavagetto to the plate. He's going to strike out as he swings through a breaking pitch. And that's out number 1 as Chandler gets the first out of the inning. Pee Wee Reese to the plate to 45 to Reese is going to be a long single. Reese is going to take a big turn and come back, but that's going to push the run all the way to third base, or the runner all the way to third base. And we have first and third with 1 out for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Mickey Owen to the plate. He grounded out to third in his first at bat. He's going to ground out here. That's right back to the pitcher. Pitcher looks everybody back. He goes 1-3 on the putout. And because that keeps the ball halfway through the infield, nobody... actually, we'll go 1-3. This will be on the fielder's choice. He'll go there. So let's just do that. Now we got runners at second and third with the pitcher Davis coming to the plate. 14 to a -5 is going to be a walk. That'll load the bases. For Dixie Walker, Spud Chandler trying to get out of this one. Bases loaded, 2 outs. A 12 is going to be a ground ball. That goes to second base. No problem for the second baseman as he gets it over to the first baseman, Johnny Sturm. Sturm squeezes it for out number 3, and Spud Chandler wiggles and wriggles out of that situation. Bases loaded, 2 out, and he gets away with no runs given up. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, still tied at 2. That was a red star, gold star inning for Spud Chandler. Might have saved the game for the Yankees. We'll see. Davis comes out. He's facing Gordon, Rizzuto, and Chandler. And he's got a 24. That's going to be a strikeout. Strikeout number 4 for Kurt Davis. He's facing Phil Rizzuto. Rizzuto a -1 batter, so 45, sorry, to a -1. It's going to be a long single. And he's actually going to turn that into a hustle double as he hits one into right center field. They can't get it. And Rizzuto is going to slide in head first safely at second. So runner at second base with 1 out. Spud Chandler to the plate. And let's let Chandler hit away. Maybe be a blind squirrel that finds an acorn. 35 to a -8. He is going to strike out. That's strikeout number 2 for Spud Chandler against Kurt Davis. So 2 down now and a runner in scoring position for Johnny Sturm. Sturm is going to strike out here as he swings through a fastball. He can't catch up to it, and that is going to be out number 3. So the Yankees leave one in scoring position in the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th inning. It is 2-2 in this Game 6 of the 41 World Series. Really well played so far. Chandler can go 24 batters. He's at 19 right now. Billy Herman to the plate. He doubled and scored in his last at-bat. A 55 to a 6 batting runs is going to be a line out or a foul out. That indicates a foul out. And that's going to be a pop out foul to the first baseman. So we'll say foul out 3. So Herman gets jammed, pops it up to first, and Sturm with the catch. This one is going to be all kinds of trouble as Pete Reiser with the triple 9. So if it's an 8 or a 9, that's a triple on our D9. And he rips one into right center or right field. And that's going to be a triple for Pete Reiser, who's now 2 for 3. He's got a one of the runs batted in for the Dodgers. And Camilli is to the plate. This is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Let's make sure that he can make the play. All right, so the shortstop is Rizzuto. He's a plus fielder. It's a good thing because that would have been an error. But he makes the play. Let's go ahead and try a play at the plate here. So we're going to roll against Pete Reiser's speed. 1 to 6. He'll be safe at the plate. And it's a 5, and he's safe at the plate. So he comes home on a fielder's choice. And Camille will be safe on a 6. What do we call that? 6-2. 6-2 fielder's choice. So that will be an RBI for Camille as he grounds out to Phil Rizzuto. Rizzuto can't get the speedy riser at the plate, and the Dodgers take the lead 3-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. It's Joe Medwick to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a hit by pitch. 66. Oh boy. Spud Chandler leaves one out over the plate, and Joe Medwick to deep center field. Going back on it is DiMaggio, and he's going to run out of room. He looks up as it goes over his head, and that's going to be a 2-run home run for the Dodgers as Joe Medwick goes bombs. He brings in 2 runs as the run from second scores. The run from first, that's Dolph Camille. He comes in on the home run, and it's now 5-2. Dodgers over the Yankees as the Dodgers are smelling blood in this one. There's only 1 out, and Cookie Lavagetto is at the plate. He's going to fly out into left center field. The left fielder is Keller. He runs over into the gap, makes a nice sliding catch, and that's going to be out number 2. Brings up Pee Wee Reese, 1 for 2. 36 to Reese is going to be a fly ball. That's down the left field line. A little bit easier play this time for the left fielder, Charlie Keller, and Keller is going to make the catch. So Brooklyn scores 3. They're now at 5-2, and they will send Kurt Davis back out to the mound. He's at 19 batters, so he's doing all right for himself. It'll be heart of the order, though, and this is Red Rolfe, Tommy Henrich, and Joe DiMaggio. Rolfe is going to take the strikeout as he swings through a breaking pitch. That's out number 1, and Tommy Henrich to the plate. Henrich 1 for 1. He'll be 1 for 2 on this fly out as that goes out to medium left field. Joe Medwick on the line makes the catch, and that's out number 2. And Joe D to the plate. He's got 2 RBIs. He's 1 for 1. He's going to hit into a grounder here. This goes to second base, and that's an 8, and so there is no error on the play. So we're going to go 4-3 on the putout, and a shutdown inning for Kurt Davis as he comes back after the 3-run barrage in the top of the 5th. It is 5-1 or 5-2, and Spud Chandler still on the mound. Let's see, 18. So 27, 26, 25. He's going to be in column 2 now. He'll face off against Mickey Owen, the pitcher spot, and Dixie Walker. 45 to a -19. That's going to be a long single. Owen not with much speed. So he's going to round first and go back. And that brings up Kurt Davis. Let's go ahead and do a... actually, let's let him hit away. He's a column 3 batter. 14, I believe, is going to be a walk. It is. And so he takes a walk. Second walk of the day, given up to the pitcher. And Chandler just not on his game. This game 6. So nobody out, but 2 on. We get a fly ball to a 25. So 25 to a 25 is a fly out with an error check. That's a fly out to center field. No error on the play. And no advancement from the runners. So that's 1 out in the inning. And we have 2 runners on still. Chandler hoping for a double play here as Billy Herman stands in. This is going to be a fly out to left center field, really deep. And catching it with his back against the wall is the center fielder, Joe DiMaggio. That's out number 2. But all the runners are going to advance on the F8. So we have runners at second and third. Base hit gets you 2 here. Pete Reiser to the plate. A 45 to Riser is going to be a home run chance. And in fact, he is going to touch them all as he rips one into right center field. And Pete Riser with the 3-run jack. And this one is all but over, folks. So 3 runs come in on the Pete Riser home run. You see a 45 to a 46 batting runs. That's going to be a home run chance. It's a strikeout if this is an 8, and it's a home run instead. We're going to get a new pitcher for the Yankees as Spud Chandler's day is finished. All right, so Spud Chandler is finished for the day. 5 2/3 innings. He gives up 9 hits, and he is giving up 2, 4, 6, 8 runs so far. Actually, we can close the book on him. So it's 8 runs, all earned, and his team is in a bad spot. 2 walks and 3 Ks. Johnny Murphy is going to come in for the Yankees, try to provide a little bit of relief. He'll face off against Dolph Camilli. Camilli is 0 for 3. He does have an RBI and a run scored. And a 15 to Dolph Camilli. My man Murphy is pitching out of here, column number 3. A 15 to, yeah, it's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Rizzuto cleans up the inning, and the Dodgers put 3 more on the board. It's now 8-2, Brooklyn over New York. Kurt Davis still going strong, 18, 19, 21, 2. And so he can still pitch out of this column as he's not past his stamina when he goes out there for the inning. That's typically how I play it. If he's not past his stamina when he starts the inning, he can stay in whatever his first column is. He doesn't have to go down a column. 45 to Charlie Keller. That's also going to be a home run chance, as Charlie Keller gets a hanger and he bangs it out. That's going to be a solo home run for the Yankees as they attempt to climb back into this one. It's now 8-3. Bill Dickey struck out 3 times in this game. 13, at least he gets a little wood on it. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Pee Wee Reese with a nice throw over to first, and that's going to be out number 1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 8-3, Brooklyn over New York. This is a closeout game for the Dodgers. If they win this game, they win the whole enchilada. And Joe Gordon is an 18, so a 26 to an 18 is going to be a base hit. And that goes to left center field. We're going to check the left fielder for an error. That's Joe Medwick. He's a minus fielder, but he does make the play and gets the ball back in. We have a base hit. Gordon now 2 for 3. Brings up Phil Rizzuto. Rizzuto doubled in his last at bat. He's been on base twice. A 34 to Rizzuto is going to be a single with an error check. So this goes to right field. We'll check the right fielder, Dixie Walker. Walker makes the play, and that's a base hit. Not a lot of speed there, so we're just going to hold on taking the extra base. And so we got runners at first and second now with 1 out for the Yankees. The batter is Murphy. Sorry. Let me get Murphy inserted in here. All right, we got Murphy in the game. He did not get any at-bats, apparently. So we're just going to let him piggyback off of Spud Chandler's stats. And so we got 2 on. Let's go ahead and bunt with him. A 1 or 2 is going to be unsuccessful. Otherwise, it's a successful sacrifice. It's an 8 as he gets the bunt down. So everybody moves up 1. We'll have runners at second and third. A base hit is going to score 2 now. And let's see if Johnny Sturm can bring the Yankees a little bit closer. He hits a fly ball out to center field. 25 is going to be a fly out with an error check. So we check the center fielder, Riser, who is a plus fielder, and he's going to make the catch for out number 3. Johnny Sturm now 1 for 4. This is out number 2 and out number 3. So the Yankees go down in the 6th, but they do get one back, so it is 8-3 our score. Joe Medwick, Cookie Lavagetto, and Pee Wee Reese coming to the plate for the Brooklyn Dodgers. A 45 to Medwick is going to be a long single. He takes a big turn at first, but then he scampers back. He's at first with nobody out. Cookie Lavagetto to the mound, or to the plate. 45 to a 10. That's going to be another long single. He's also not a speedster, so he's going to stay at first, but that does move the base runner to third base on a single to right field. 2 on and nobody out for Pee Wee Reese. A 44. This is the only chance where the pitcher has a result, so that's going to be a ground out. That goes to the shortstop. Let's go ahead and we'll trade the 2 runs, or trade a run for 2 outs. And so we'll take the fielder's choice here. That's out number 1. And let's roll against Pee Wee Reese's speed. A 1 to 5, he'll be safe. Otherwise, he's out at first. It is an 8. And the Yankees turn the double play, so we're going to go 6-4-3. That's going to be an RBI as the run comes home from third base. But they trade 2 outs for the 1 run. It's now 9-3. And Mickey Owen to the plate with nobody on now. A 25, that's going to be a fly out to center field. Let's check Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio is out there, makes the catch for out number 3. So Brooklyn gets that run back in the 7th. It's now 9-3. 6-run lead as the Yankees send the heart of the order up against Kurt Davis. Davis now is going to have to drop down a column, so we'll see how he does there. An 11, which normally would have been a strikeout, is now a walk, and we're going to keep an eye on Davis. Let's see if he can get a double play here from Tommy Henrich. A 36 to a 31 batting runs is going to be a long single. Henrich, just a 5 speed, so he's going to stay at first base, but that pushes the runner to third on the single, and the Yankees have first and third with nobody out. Brooklyn playing the infield back, 26. That's another long single. Or, sorry, this is a single with an error check, so that's a base hit up the middle. That's going to score this run from third. And let's check on the error. Center fielder is Riser, and he'll make the play. So we're going to hold the runner at second, Henrich, and that is a base knock for Joe DiMaggio. Let's go ahead and get a new pitcher in for the Dodgers. All right, Larry French is going to be our new pitcher for the Dodgers. He was a relief pitcher, 3.43 FIP, can go 11 batters. He's replacing Kurt Davis, who goes 6 innings, gives up 10 hits. Not sure how many runs, but he's on the hook for 4 right now, and had 4 walks and 7 strikeouts. So we'll see if he adds any of these. He's responsible for these 2 runners, and the Yankees have 2 on and nobody out, and it's Charlie Keller to the plate. Keller with a solo bomb in his last at bat. French is going to be pitching out of column 1, and he is facing off against Keller. A 35 will be a walk. That'll load the bases. And Bill Dickey to the plate. Dickey is 0 for 3. 26, though, will be a ground out. So he grounds out to first base. We're going to take that force out at second. That is out number 1. Let's roll against his speed, trying to go for a old 3-6-3 double play. A 1 to 4. Dickey is safe, but he's not. And so we go 3-6-3 on the double play. That's 2 outs. That'll score the run from third on the fielder's choice. So Bill Dickey with an RBI. The runner goes to third. That is Joe DiMaggio now at third base with 2 outs, and Joe Gordon to the plate. 56 to Joe Gordon is going to be a walk. So things getting real tight here in game number 6, as it is now 9-5 Brooklyn over New York. Phil Rizzuto to the plate. 36 for Rizzuto. That's going to be a fly ball out to left center field. Racing over into left center field is Joe Medwick, and he makes a play in the gap for out number 3. Run saving catch, and the Yankees scored 2 more, and it is 9-5. So we can close out the day for Davis. He gives up 5 runs, all of them earned, and Larry French comes in and closes out the Yankees in the 7th. We head to the top of the 8th inning. It is 9-5 Brooklyn over New York. It'll be the pitcher spot here. Let's go ahead and pinch hit in this spot. All right, so the pinch hitter for Brooklyn is going to be Lou Riggs. Riggs got a couple of starts in this one. He's facing off against Johnny Murphy. 23 is going to be a ground out with an error check. That's a ground out right back to the pitcher, and it's an error on the pitcher, so Riggs is going to be aboard with the old E1 as the pitcher, Johnny Murphy, throws it low. First baseman can't dig it out, and that's going to be an error. So Dixie Walker to the plate. Walker is 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. He's got a 55 here. 55 to a 25 batting runs is going to be a double play or a strikeout. We have a double play, and that's a little tapper out in front of the plate. We're going to go 2 to 6 to 3, and just like that, that error is erased. So 2 down in the inning, and it'll be Billy Herman to the plate. Herman also, he's 1 for 4 with a run scored. A 14 to a 6 batting runs is going to be a walk. So Herman aboard for the 2nd time in this game. Brings up the man of the hour, Pete Reiser. Single, triple, home run. He's a double away, and he's not going to get it here, as with 2 outs we're going to take the strikeout. He strikes out in his 5th at bat, and that'll be out number 3 in the inning, as Johnny Murphy prevents Reiser from getting the hitting for the cycle. So no runs scored there from Brooklyn in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-5 Brooklyn over New York. Brooklyn looking to close this one out. Let's bring in closer for Brooklyn. All right, new pitcher for Brooklyn is going to be Hugh Casey. He's the closer. He had 7 saves in 1941. He is going to try to close out this game 6. He can go 15 batters. 363 is his FIP, so he's out of this column number 3. And he replaces Larry French, who came in for 1 inning and relieved the starter Davis. He had 2 walks, didn't give up any runs. I mean, technically he gave up 1, but that was all charged back to Davis. And so he has 2 walks and no strikeouts in this one. He did hold the fort down until we could get to the back end of the bullpen, and it will be the pitcher spot for the Yankees, which we'll have to get a new hitter here, and then Sturm and Rolfe back to the top. All right, and the pinch hitter for the Yankees is going to be George Selkirk. Not a lot of enticing options for the Yankees. Selkirk a -2 batting runs. He's facing off against Hugh Casey, who finishes his warm-up pitches. And he comes in, and right away, he is going to hit a double as he laces that one into the left center field gap, and the Yankees are in business. They're down by 4 runs. They need quite a comeback here, and we'll see if they've got it in them. A 15, that goes to Johnny Sturm. Sturm is a -28 batting runs. So that's going to be a ground ball too short. The runner at second is going to hold as Pee Wee Reese looks him back, makes a strong throw to first, and that's out number 1. Red Rolfe to the plate. This will be a fly ball out to left field. The left fielder is Medwick. He's going to make the catch going back, and he's going to catch that one for out number 2. The runner is going to hold at second base. Base hit scores a run for Tommy Henrich. 36, though. Not sure how. Oh, that is going to be a base knock. So a long single for Tommy Henrich. That's going to be an RBI, his first of the game. And that knocks in the run from third. And it's now 9-6. With Joe D coming to the plate. DiMaggio, this is a big hit for him. A 22 is going to be a double or triple. Let's see if this is an 8 or a 9, it'll be a triple. Keep rolling a 10. That's a 6. That's going to be a 2-bagger into the right center field gap. That will score the run from first with 2 outs. And the Yankees clawing back into this one. It is now 9-7. Charlie Keller to the plate. This is a fly ball. That goes out to deep center field. Running back, racing back to the track is Pete Reiser. He reaches up and he will make the play for out number 3. Terrific play in center field by Pete Reiser. As we go to the top of the 9th inning, it is all of a sudden 9-7, and we have a ball game. The Yankees need a new pitcher, so let's go ahead and bring one into the game. All right, the new pitcher for the Yankees is going to be Marv Brewer. Not a lot of options here for the Yankees when you get past Murphy and maybe Norm Branch. Brewer, 358 FIP. 23 is his stamina, so he's a starting pitcher. Going to bring him in and try to close the gate here in the 9th inning. Murphy goes 2 1/3, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Brewer's going to be facing off against Camille Medwick and Lavagetto. A 56 to a 49 batting runs is going to be a strikeout as Brewer comes in throwing heat, and that's going to be out number 1. His K percentage, 13%. One of the best on the team. Joe Medwick. Medwick is 3 for 3 with a hit by pitch. Got a couple of singles, a home run, 2 runs scored. And let's see if he can keep his perfect day going. A 46 to a 28 is going to be a line drive out, and that is to the second baseman. So we'll go L4 on the put out there. And there are 2 down in the top of the 9th inning. Cookie Lavagetto, this is going to be a grounder right back to the pitcher. No problem there for Brewer as he runs it over to first, underhands it, and that is out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Brewer in the top of the 9th keeps the Yankees in this one. It's 9-7. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 1, 2. They scored 2 runs there. They should have 7. All right, so 9-7 is our score. Hugh Casey still on the mound trying to close this one out for 2 innings for the save, and it'll be Bill Dickey and Joe Gordon and Phil Rizzuto for the Yanks. Bottom of the order for New York, Bill Dickey is a 55 to a 7. That's going to be a line out, and that is a line drive right to third base. A hot shot, but the third baseman, Lavagetto, reaches out and grabs it for out number 1. Brooklyn 2 outs away from a World Series victory. 3-5 here. That goes to Gordon. A 35 to an 18 is going to be a strikeout. Hugh Casey gets it by him. That's out number 2. He's feeling the adrenaline of the moment. Phil Rizzuto, shortstop for Brooklyn, or for the Yankees, is the last hope. A 55 to a -1 is going to be another line drive. This time it's hit into right field. A sinking liner coming in hard is the right fielder. That's Dixie Walker, makes a sliding catch, and that will be it, folks. He gets up, and the place is going crazy. That is the end of the World Series, and a 1-2-3 inning for Hugh Casey ends this one. It's a 9-7 thriller in game number 6, and Brooklyn, congratulations. You have taken home the 1941 World Series. Let me come back with the game totals, and we will close this one out. All right, and we are almost back with the totals. I forgot to put in the hits. So 13 hits here, 11 hits here, and I don't think there were any errors. I don't remember. Oh, got one error there. And no errors there. All right. So Brooklyn brings home the 1941 World Series in Game 6 with a 9-7 win over the Yankees. They managed to hold on. They were up 9-5 and then 9-6 and then 9-7. As you can see, the Yankees were scoring all through here. They had a 9-3 lead and then gave up 4 runs there. So bullpen managed to just hold on. Let's look at the totals. I think player of the game is going to go to Pete Reiser. Three for 5, 4 RBIs, had 2 runs scored. He had a home run, triple, and a single. He struck out in his last at bat. Otherwise, he had a chance for hitting for the cycle in the final game of the World Series. So that's pretty clutch. 3 for 4 day for Joe Medwick as well. And one of these two is probably the player of the series, the MVP of the series. 3 for 4 for Medwick. He had a couple singles, a 2-run homer. He scored a couple runs. He got hit by a pitch. He was on 4 out of 5 times. So excellent day for Medwick. For the pitchers, it's Kurt. Is his name Kurt Davis? Is that right? Kurt Davis. He goes 6 innings, gives up 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, 7 Ks. Not the most beautiful line in the world, but he is going to get the win. Larry French with the hold, and Hugh Casey comes in for a 2-inning save. Spud Chandler is going to take the loss, 5 2/3, 9 hits, giving up 8 runs, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. Just not a whole lot of offense early on for New York. Johnny Murphy comes in and Brewer, and they sort of settle things down a little bit, giving up 1 run over the last 3 innings. For the Yankees, it's a 3 for 4 day for Tommy Henrich. Not a lot of production necessarily, but he did score 2 runs. 3 for 4 for Joe D. He had 4 RBIs, including an 2 RBI singles, an RBI double, and he walked in a run back in the 3rd inning. Up here, that was the run here. So excellent day for Joe DiMaggio. Not much happening down at the bottom of the order here. 2 for 4 day for Joe Gordon, 2 for 5 for Phil Rizzuto, but not a lot of damage being done there. So this is using the 1941 World Series set from On Base Baseball. You can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com, clarkandaddisongaming.com, and you can pick up this 1941 set free. If you just click the big green button in the top right, you'll see all of our newest releases first, and you'll see the 1941 season up there pretty much at the top. If it's not the first one, I can't remember. Maybe it's second, something. But it's been recently released. It's totally free. You can download the entire season, including all of these players carded. You get every player who got into a game carded. What are the cutoffs they used? I want to say, I think it's every single player for 1941 that got into a game. I don't think I cut anybody off. So you get carded players as long as they have a value for On Base Baseball, then they have a card. So it's something like 800 players or something like that for free. And if you don't want to use the cards and you want to use these roster sheet sets, that's what I was doing for this game. You can see these are all the Yankee batters, and these are all the Brooklyn batters who got into a game. If you really want to test it, you can see, look, some guys got into one game, and they get values for On Base Baseball. You can see a couple of these guys. This guy here, Ed Albasta, gets a couple of games here. So you can see that even for players who didn't get in very much, the innings pitched, you can see this guy came in for 2 innings, Van Mungo, and he threw 2 innings worth. He still gets rated with the FIP. And so anybody that got into a game in 1941, you'll be able to use that. And basically what you do with these is you have your on-base baseball, the batting, defense, and speed for the batters. And you just transfer that over here, batting, defense, and speed. You'll get two different versions of the score sheets. You'll get this at-bat by at-bat version, basically, which has 7 at-bats, and you just kind of go up and down the columns like this. Or a traditional 9 innings, it'll have 12, I think, but a traditional inning by inning score sheet as well, but it doesn't have all these totals over here. That's why I like this one. It gives you all the at-bats, it gives you the totals. Both score sheets have a place for up to 5 pitchers a piece, and then space for pinch hitters as well. But both of them allow you to put in the batting, defense, and speed if you want to. It just doesn't matter which one you use. So the score sheet comes, they each come with the game. You'll get the 1940s game engine chart, which is contextualized for the 1940s. So basically 1940s style of baseball, including like amount of home runs and things like that. And you get the game guide, which will come with and sort of walk you through the intricacies of everything. On the game engine chart, it gives you, this is basically all that you need in order to play the game using the roster sheets right here. If you want to use the cards, you don't really need the game engine chart. The game engine chart is put onto the cards. So let's say Dixie Walker is a 25 batting runs. He has this column number 3 printed onto his card. So you don't need the game engine chart unless you just want quick reference or something like that, or you want to reference the pitchers for going down a grade for stamina. What else? I can't think of anything else that would add to that, but go check it out if you have any interest in on-base baseball or trying out a new baseball game. On-base is a lot like sort of a marriage of APBA and Strat. It's got sort of elements of both within it. There's only 21 results, and you just kind of get used to them, especially if you're playing the same teams over and over again. You kind of get into a rhythm. One of the best ways I'm finding out of learning about the history of baseball is through these tabletop games. Like I knew some of these guys, Pee Wee Reese, obviously Joe DiMaggio. And maybe if you're a Yankee fan, some of these great players from the 40s. But I didn't know anything really about the 1941 Dodgers. And they had a terrific team. Somebody was saying on Facebook it was the best team that never won. And I can see that here. You got some really salty players through the middle of the lineup here. And just some really great ball players and some good pitching. And I could see why they could take home that moniker, but they actually won this replay of the 41 World Series. Seems like they should have won, but boy, the Yankees have some boppers through here as well. And don't know about putting a guy minus 28 batting runs at the top of your order, but it worked for them, and they won 2 games. They lose 4-2. I guess I should put that. So Brooklyn is a 4-2 winner, and that is going to close it out. So go to ClarkandAddisonGaming.com. If you click on the baseball link at the top right, you'll see all the on-base seasons. You can also click on the big green button, and down the left-hand side, you'll see a link for on-base baseball. You can click on that and only get all the on-base baseball resources. We have several seasons. If you're into classic seasons, you can get 1967, 1972, 75. What else? I think we skip quite a few. And then we go up into the 90s. So 91, 95, 98. It's really challenging my thinking here. 2004, 2016 with the Cubs. And then every season except for 2020 since 2019. So 19, 21, 22, 23. You can get the projected roster sheets, which I saw someone purchase today. The 2024 projected roster sheets has all the roster sheets for this year's teams, but they're projected stats. So you can actually play along with the season as it's happening right now. You can pre-play and outplay the schedule, or you can just play along each day using the projected roster sheets. These are Zips projections that are released every season. And last year I released the first time the 2023 projected roster sheets, and people seem to enjoy them. So I put out the 2024 version maybe a month ago or so. So still a lot of time to go out and pre-play the season. We're only halfway through April, or I guess 2/3 of the way through April. So there's still plenty of time to go out and pre-play the season. It's only $15. You get every player who's on a team, on a roster, whenever I released it. Plus, you get a bunch of other players. So even Jordan Montgomery's on there, who's not on a team. So if he ever signs with anybody, or you just want to slot him into somebody's team, you could put him on there. And there's a lot of minor league players. It's not everybody just who's on a major league lineup, or on a major league 25-man roster, 26. But you get minor league players as well. So if there's call-ups and they send people up or down, you'll have those to play along as well. All right. I think that's it from here. So Brooklyn wins the World Series 4-2 over the Yankees in this 1941 replay. Go out and get this set. Give On Base Baseball a try. I think you'll like it. It's a little bit different than the older, more traditional games like Replay Baseball or APBA or Strat or Status Pro, but it fits into the mold of some of those older games. But the key point here, the entire game engine is built on sabermetric stats. So if you're into sabermetrics, those are actually printed on the cards. You get the players' WOBAs, and OPS is WAR. It uses FIP and Sierra for newer seasons, and FIP for classic seasons. So the players are not based off of ERA or batting average or any of those sort of traditional statistics. They're based solely off of their batting runs, which is weighted runs above average, but ballpark and league adjusted, and their defensive runs, and an old Bill James stat called speed, which is still calculated today, so still useful, but on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the speed of the runner? And that's the value that we use for speed in this game. But it plays quick, plays fast. If you get the online dice roller, it plays even faster, I think, than when you're just rolling dice. But not difficult to play. You just need 2 D6 dice, can be the same color, and a D10. A D9 preferably if you have it, but most people don't own a D9. So you can use a D10 and just re-roll whenever you get a 10. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.